4-man SHWTY has been a knockdown toda. Alright, the good execution dito sa side ng mga style levels natin dito. Fires through all the way from slot 10. Bring around the road everyone is doing and trying to get it outside of this garage, as you can see. From the moment the slot 11 most definitely turned up to another way about small slot 10. Slot dito, those men from our slot 10 slaughtered those 2 players gameplay of our slot 11. And most definitely they are empty-handed for them to be able to open fire back to those men from our slot 10. I don't know, maybe they're gonna be having a U-turn and have those men avenge maybe. So tingnan natin. 13 on the other hand, dito naman muna tayo. One player has been knocked down. One player from slot KC who's been the handicap game playing has been turned one of them. Pero those men from our slot 13 are now having a lot of problems towards those 2 players gameplay of our slot place location. And ang mga play natin, I'm gonna be yo, John Ken Mendez, what is up? Yeah, you already know. Yo, thank you for the comment, mates, and also kay John Ken Mendez. Appreciate you guys. Tap in, react. Let's go get Stat 20's 3-man squad, Stat 25. 3 players gameplay, Snowy, and also we have Bad Guy. Again, sobrang far away na mga play natin dito compared to sa mga play natin dito who they definitely allowed themselves or put themselves on the spot with those other players and now grabbing those loots at them. Slot 19, 2-man squad out front. We have our slot 14 and slot LpZ. LpZ, you know, having your doubts number versus our men from our slot 19's 2-on-1 situation. Nowhere to be found for the 3-man squad of our slot 8 for them to be able to have the 3-on-2 situation right now. Slot LpZ, those boys all the way from slot 19 all by yourself. There's Molly pushing this one player here in the terrace with those other players. Slot 19 will be having this good visual to get this knock down. Slot 22 gives them out. Slot 22s are still alive, but unfortunately those slot 22s SHWTY has been long gone. Most definitely those men has been executed, as you can see. Outside of the circle we have our slot 18 and Neil Lemon 4-man squad, 5 kills they're displaying. Up front we have our slot 15s running around here in the open, pero ayan, can't clutch natin dito. Couldn't be able to see those men from our slot 18 running here in the open for him. Kasi distance pa rin yung mga play natin dito for him to be able to have that good side towards our slot 18 natin dito. But again, it's a mouse gonna be opening fire. These guys go all the way from slot 18. Those other player will be distinguishing na rin kung nasan yung whereabouts nila sa ngayon. Pero dito muna tayo sa mga slot 20 natin again. Slot 5 and up to the again. Our slot 18 playing those boys all the way from slot 18 sa house. Naka-premier another shot fighting all the way from the behind. Pulling out with definitely now being the slot kung nasa way about someone playing natin dito all the way from slot 12 who got knocked down by those men from our slot 20. He's gonna be using his comrade for some sort of a bait. Whoever's gonna be eliminating his comrade is gonna be and right away. Pero right now he's doing from slot OGs are now being eliminated, terminated of the game by those slot 20s. Alright, we have our slot 20s natin dito. Angelo, I'm sorry, wala na yung ano natin. Wala na yung ating slot 20 natin earlier. Kaya I don't know kung may mga nakuha ba ako mga recaps doon. Pero mamaya, second game, I got you slot 22s. Man, we're gonna be spectating your boys. Slot 18, hearing a lot of guns of sound coming from those men from slot 20s. There one player for you. I know we're eliminating those men from slot 24. Gonna be pushing inside of his house. As you can see, he's now eliminating those men from slot 21 player at the time. And those men na kung nasa way about sa mga squad lang yung mga mafia natin dito or mga PxH natin. 3-man Bad Guy, H or High GRC, and also we have Snowy versus our slot 18s. Nearby lang yung mga play natin in those perimeters are now being checked ng mga slot 18s natin. Right now, somehow those slot 18 are now seeing a lot of movement coming those men all the way to slot 25. Meaning though, alam din ng mga slot 18s natin kung nasa whereabouts ng uli target nila, which is yung mga slot 25 natin. Still could be able to get those elimination right away because hide pa rin or hid pa rin yung mga play natin dito away up from those sides ng mga slot 18s natin. But again, Bad Guy has been knocked down all the way from slot 25. And now having that one player recover bago pa rin magkameron ng first up mga slot 18 natin kung nasan yung whereabouts sila. Pero smoke gonna be popped to be able to have the blur feature dito sa side ng mga slot 25 natin. Has been knocked down though dito sa side ng mga slot 25 in the process of taking down men from slot 25 down. One hold PS gameplay for the clip. Yung mga slot 24 natin. Shots fired against slot 21 and an opening fire and randomly dito sa side ng mga slot 24 natin. Habang slot 24 and slot 25 right now. opposite to one another. Focusing the open fire, pero one player started before being knocked down because of the nitro. Ginawa naman play natin all the way from start 25. Last squad, one player bad guy. Annihilate those game of knocked down. Previously by those teammates of him. Start 23, are getting a lot of engagement in this location. Mga start 24, start 25 natin, pero start 25. Allow down sa maging 2-man squad. We have Tams and Kamilan at Magalaw. First smoke back out of those guys of start 25. Sliding and started rolling. Pero right now, 2-man squad start 25 being eradicated by Camps all alone. Turning the tide around dito sa side ng mga start 25 natin. Last man. Kaya dyan lang nagmagalaw. As for KIMINONAWA for perfect Nagdan is now the of players and all the way to top 25. And there goes a third time versus their last time. One player, 2-man squad. So one player from top 5 has been knocked out. 3 more to go. Versus top 20 natin dito. So the moment now that they knew that it's never getting the knocked out. People is trying to top 5. You know, moving for the time to have the shots. But one player who said to flush those men from top 5 outside of the house. He got himself executed inside of the one player who got knocked out by him. But again, he definitely took one along with him to decide the most top 5. Not the last man starting dito sa side the most top dito sa him. And I don't know, maybe right about now, Slatan 1 is gonna be testing their might dito sa location kung saan nagkamera ng previous session. Yung mga Slatan 23s and those other players who earlier. But right now, no one is backing down after the bloodshed and ako ng mga top 5 natin dito sa side ng mga players and all the way from top 23s. 1 on 3 6 average stats. Top 5, 1 of the everyone's gonna be knowing recognize the way one player of top 5 kung saan nagkamera ng previous action yung mga slot 23s and those other players who earlier. But right now, no one is backing down after the bloodshed and ako ng mga top 5 natin dito sa side ng mga players and all the way from top 23s. 1 on 3 6 average stats. Top 5, 1 of the everyone's gonna be knowing recognize the way one play of top 5 most definitely redid that rotation all the way behind of the enemy. Let's go saan busy one play natin doon, occupying those 2 players gameplay all the way inside of the house. Most definitely attention that is occupying those 2 men's attention and knowing one player of top 5 is going for the ring around the Rosie. It's now 4 middle of the open pa rin, keeping themselves as quiet as possible. Pero those buggies will be detected rin by those other players who will be scanning the perimeter. Last man all the way from slot 9 up. One play of top 5 most definitely redid that rotation all the way behind of the enemy. Let's go saan busy one play natin doon, occupying those 2 players gameplay all the way inside of the house. Most definitely attention that is occupying those 2 men's attention and knowing one player of top 5 is going for the ring around the Rosie. It's now 4 middle of the open pa rin, keeping themselves as quiet as possible. Pero those buggies will be detected rin by those other players who will be scanning the perimeter. Last man all the way from slot 9 LpZ, I don't know, style 11 nandito lang din. Pero I don't know if somehow SHWTY C2 seeing a lot of movement coming those men from our slot 4. Pero one player from slot 21 moving for the recognition way about siya dito. Let's go to for another knockdown. Pero one player is holding the M4 rat. He got stopped executed, but again, it's somehow he will be the winner. One player stop definitely turned up right there and then. Right after you pick the squad house all to themselves, but no, they're not gonna be up picking that squad house, that location all alone. They're gonna be having those slot 25, those slot 25 is eradicate the tables around. If it's gonna come in on the first knock, then you must slot 25 natin. Now, the opening fire guys dito sa side ng mga slot 25, figuring out the slot 21 and pulling out, and that's for KIMINONAWA for another easy knock. Stop for who that definitely turned up kung nasa na rin yung way mo stop. One player stop for the mid, one player going for the 1v1 situation. Take one. This is the side ng mga stop 21 natin. Those other guy though, I know having that assistance moment in him right after he's gonna be having some 1v1 situation, pero the blue zone allowing those boys to put themselves here in the good spot as of now. Open ground, another one bites the dust. Dito sa side ng mga stop 21 natin. Last man, Sanji na natin magalaw. Definitely turn up right there and then Right after they pick the squad house all to themselves. Pero no situation, pero the blue zone allowing those boys to put themselves here in the good spot as of now. Open ground, another one bites the dust. Dito sa side, mga top 21 natin. Last man, Sanji na ito nagmagalaw. Slot 5 on the other hand, still, I don't know, it's a Mal. Are they gonna be figuring out the reconnaissance way about some other player natin dito who's been turning up the reconnaissance location nila, pero slot 5 are now outnumbering our boys all the way from slot 4 and slot 4 natin dito. Chi-Org natin dito, or Chi-Org natin dito, man, he's now going for the loot moment. What is one playing slot 4 will be heading towards those men from slot 5 head. He's gonna be aiming to those men's head, pero he's gonna be dashing throughout the beats of those days and throughout the beats of those guards among slot 5 natin. It's gonna be 1-on-3 situation. Going for smoke pop, maybe I try to have those men from a slot 5 pero those other players from our slot KZ most definitely, being targeted by those men from Chi-Org natin dito, or Chi-Org natin dito, man, he's now going for the loot moment. What is one playing slot 4 will be heading towards those men from slot 5 head. He's gonna be aiming to those men's head, pero he's gonna be dashing throughout the beats of those days and throughout the beats of those guards among slot 5 natin. It's gonna be 1-on-3 situation. Going for smoke pop, maybe I try to have those men from a slot 5 pero those other players from our slot KZ most definitely, being targeted by those men from slot 5. He got himself exterminated. Last 24. Top 20 magalaw. I don't know, maybe we're gonna be experiencing another table turn. This is one guy not in all the way to the 4. But again, he's gonna be dealing with 3-man squad all the way from slot 5 left and right. Being occupied, being occupied. 5th ML is gonna be dodging the occupied and coming from the right side. And to the left side, but it's nagged up and solid there from top 5. Dancing na rin yung mga play natin dito throughout the beats of those guards ng mga top 5 natin dito. Team squad and over to find yung other play natin dito. From the moment now, is out there, trying to get those men executed here on the spot where they are now at. Slot 5 on the other hand, the 2-man squad having this one player, the confident being nagged up by those other players. Shots fired again, another one bites the dust dito sa side ng mga slot 9s natin. OGs for use are now nagged out, eliminated na rin dito. Testing those other players, dito mo natin sa mga play natin all the way slot 16 or slot 6 natin. All of them self yung here as you can see, kung nasa na rin yung whereabouts sila, pero we're gonna be having slot dito sa side ng mga player all the way slot 1 and one player slot 1 is being long gone. 4 players gameplay pa rin yung mga play natin dito, pero some of the players are choosing to have themselves on the same spot, rather have those other players behind them maybe, or sa perimeter kung nasa yung location na Rich has been nagged down at the same time. Dito sa side ng mga play natin. OGs on the other hand, one player from AKUZA start swap down kung nasan yung kaya email squad and over to find yung other play natin dito. From the moment na is out there, trying to get those men executed here on the spot where they are now at. Slot 5 on the other hand, the 2-man squad having this one for some sort of health recovery mission out from those 3-man squad all the way from slot 23. Pero too bad, those men from slot 23 are being occupied by those opponents of there. It's a matter they're gonna be sprinting down kung nasa one play natin all the way slot 3. They will be knocked down. Dito muna natin sa mga play natin again from slot 13s. One play has been knocked down. The OG slot is doing that. So we're gonna be standing by dito sa ating COMSEC if somehow you using that DP emptying that round to get one player all the way from slot 13 or slot 12 eliminated, maybe probably, pero 3 to slot 11. Long gun kill you is now aiming na rin to get themselves in maybe a decent location. They're gonna be able to cover, pero those other players on testing executed right then. Shadow 29k of 99k still nagged down. Pinpointing, tagging those perimeter kung nasin yun yung way above sa mga starter. For some sort of help for the comp, I've executed and slot 16 caught the last man and one player slacking. Maybe I'm finding na rin kung nasin yung way above ng recall tower dito. So maybe he definitely made a mistake by turning his backhand corner. There's an open ground, open field kung nasin yung way above nyo and the mga slot 16 natin. Okay, dito muna natin sa mga player natin again. Slot 6 up front, slot 25 Mafia, one player just landed. Bad guy, Haji, and also we have Snowy. Up front we have our slot 3, so slot 6, 3-man squad. DA, another one all the way from slot DA has been executed right then. So tingin natin sa map, we can we can see those men having those execution versus other opponents of theirs. Pero 𝐂𝐄𝐋 will be having those 3 players gameplay all the way to class 3. Again, the call tower not being executed, and SHWTY caught the last player recalled. Those men will be joining those 3 players of those 2-man squad eliminated of the game. Top 5 most definitely planning out na rin to have that recall tower as the play, whoever's gonna be running up na rin to have those other player recalled. They're gonna be executing that guy, and there you go. That what went down towards the one guy all the way from slot 5. Last 6 on the other hand, being open fired at the player not all the way started 5. Shots fired, and everyone is not stopping until they're gonna be getting those connect that they're craving dun sa mga target nila. Pero nga lang, unfortunately, one player who's being recalled or being recovered has been eliminated na rin by yours all the way to slot 25. And you know what time it is. Other players of slot 6 will be having this recall mission. There are some players of slot 25 not gonna allowing those other players of slot 6 to have those men recalled. Shots fired again. Dito sa side ng slot 25 dati those other players of slot 6 being pushed away na rin. 2 players from slot 6 has been knocked. As you can see, pero 5 kills slot 21. I know this play is gonna be able to see those men who's been having those knockdown daw. Pero ang PJ last time, nandito lang din sa perimeter kung nasa nyo yung mga slot 20 natin. There's gonna be 1-on-3 situation. Pero no one is attempting to have the flush moment na rin now from those spots kung nasa na rin yung whereabouts ng mga opponent nila. We have Rich, Rickmore, and also Laprix tagging those area kung nasa yung mga slot 20 natin again. 3-on-3 situation is gonna be going down. Pero dito muna natin sa mga play natin again from slot 13s, where men from slot OGs and slot at shots fired. He's now able to hit those target events inside the most slot. One player has been nagged down, 2 men has been nagged down. Slot 20 or slot 12, and then being the player of that one guy all the way to slot 9 and stealing those kills out from the one player from slot 9 chance. As you can see, 1 by 1, 3 men. Manina right now down to between 2 players. Battle wouldn't go to the backhand view. 1 player from slot 12 has been executed. Nation is now down to between 2 players. Battle wouldn't go to the backhand view. 1 player from slot 12 has been executed rather than them eliminating those target of them. Dito sa side yung mga slot at them. Will Jinsun from slot 13 most definitely pops out all the way behind of the enemy lens kung nasaan nagkameron ng elimination ng 1 play natin all the way from slot 12 in one of the player from slot 13 is not a surprise. Here I am, shots fired again somewhere naman dito sa side ng mga slot Eagles or slot 20 natin. PJ, the tempo fired earlier. 4 players gameplay, pero nowhere to be found yung other player natin dito all the way from slot 9 and shots fired again. 1 player from slot 9, slot 20 has been knocked down. Too slow. We'll be having his recovered mission towards the one guy before those other players from slot 9 will be moving for the dito sa second, third floor even. Punasan yung kanilang position. Pero they got your nade and they got your molly rin. Trying to have those men from slot 25 start off the second. Beach is the one who got surprised towards that position that he took. Shots fired again dito sa side ng mga slot 19s natin dito slot 18s rather versus those other players from slot 18s. That's why being replaced by those men all the way from slot 18. Last man is standing dito sa area kung nasaan yung mga slot 18s and slot 9 natin. Slot 9 still holding those men down kung nasaan yung whereabouts sila, unable to knock those men early all the way from slot 13. One at a time dito sa corner niya. Pero even though alam ng mga play natin kung nasaan yung whereabouts ng mga play natin all the way slot 9, still sobrang toxic and confident starting this towards those bullets that they can be knocked down on coming from those other players who's gonna be targeting them. 1 player there from slot 13 now being pinned down and being pinpointed to be their target ng mga play natin all the way from slot 18. Slot 18 are running up at the player mas mga play natin to the slot 18 pero mix use of 𝐂𝐄𝐋 for a possible knockdown, switching towards a UMP40 for the quick termination. But again, he got himself the one who got surprised towards that position that he took. Shots fired again dito sa side ng mga slot 19s natin dito slot 18s rather versus those other players from slot 18s. That's why being replaced by those men all the way from slot 18. Last man is standing dito sa area kung nasaan yung mga slot 18s and slot 9 natin. Slot 9 still holding those men down kung nasaan yung whereabouts sila, unable to knock those men early all the way from slot 13. 1 at a time dito sa corner niya. Pero even though alam ng mga play natin kung nasaan yung whereabouts ng mga play natin all the way from slot 9, still sobrang toxic and confident starting this towards those bullets that they can be knocked down on coming from those other players who's gonna be targeting them. 1 player there from slot 13 now being pinned down and being pinpointed to be their target ng mga play natin all the way from slot 18. Guaranteed na running effect na siya mas maplay natin sa guaranteed pero mixed use 𝐂𝐄𝐋 for possible knockdown, switching towards a UMP40 for the quick termination. But again, dito sa area kung nasaan yung mga static teams, ang slaughter natin. Slaughter is still holding those men down kung nasa yung way about sila unable to knock those men early. Also slaughter team one at a time dito sa further niya. Pero even though alam ng mga play natin kung nasa yung way about sa mga play natin all over start time, still sobrang stock din yung coverage ng mga static teams towards those bullets that they can be knocked down on coming from those other player who's gonna be targeting them. One player there from starter team now being pinned down and being pinpointed to be their target ng mga play natin all over starter team. Guaranteed na running effect na siya mas maplay natin sa starter team pero mixed use 𝐂𝐄𝐋 for possible knockdown, switching towards a UMP40 for the quick termination. But again, he got himself confused probably because of the blue zone that they are now experiencing as of now. Last man standing, kind of backing down and maybe searching for dito sa area kung nasaan yung mga static knockdown toward the was gonna be having those men surprise. Then he got himself knocked down and he got himself eliminated right then. Last man from our slot 14, 𝐂𝐄𝐋 all the way from slot 14. Nowhere to be found kung nasa way about some other play natin LUMINEX who definitely had their comeback versus those other players. You can see that we're gonna be pulling up dito sa side ng mga play natin all the way slot 21 or mga ANBU natin. ANBU natin dito slot 6 out front, slot 21, 300 situation. You know what time it is after the nag na nakuha ng mga slot 21 natin dito or maybe one up. It's time for this to regardless of the situation, the perimeter with those men from the slot 6 and the wet. That when you wanted them moving forward and having those men eradicated in the spot nila. 3-on-4 situation, one player from slot 6 most definitely had his U-turn and pulling back na rin kung nasaan yung way about mga slot 21 natin. Again, lagi yung mga slot 21 natin because of the nag down, pero another one bites the dust in the process of figuring out na rin kung nasa yung way about knocked down toward the was gonna be having those men surprise. Then he got himself knocked down and he got himself where he's trying to turn up. This is one play natin all the way from slot 11 na si Sitaw. Slot RHS, shots fired all the way from slot 5, 3 men. Sobrang tag team maybe, pero nowhere to hide yung mga play natin to any moment too soon. Some are hiding here on plain side with those other players that could be expecting that trying to get exposure na those vehicle ng mga slot force natin and then siya nag down back and corner ng mga slot force natin whoever slot 21 or mga slot 19s natin. Those men are being eradicated one by one as you can see. Slot 19 o slot 18s natin dito. Whimsy, Raze, BBCO, and also we have Lemon. Up front we have our slot on boots, pero again, plain sight, hiding himself back. Those men are being back and by stand, almost taking one along with him dito sa side. Ng mga slot 18s natin dito, pero we're trying to turn up. This is one play natin all the way from slot 11 na si Sitaw. Slot RHS, shots fired all the way from slot 5, 3 men. Sobrang tag team maybe, pero nowhere to hide yung mga play natin to any moment too soon. Some are hiding here on play natin. Last man hiding behind this boulder up front. We have our slot 16. It's gonna be having his one-on-3 situation. No, one-on-2 situation. We only have Kyle and Turu, but again, Senpai has been recovered after being knocked down by those other players right now. It's time for another one-on-3 situation onto one guy. And it's my enemies, my friend. One player from slot 19 being eliminated inside the slow box. Pero one player from slot 19 most definitely pops out dito sa behind. Kaya natin dito, pero again, kaya natin dito recovering after those knockdown. Look naman play natin dito all the way from our slot 18 and slot 19s natin dito. One player has been knocked down by Ken dito sa side ng mga statistics natin, thinking that they can have one player from slot 7's head display on the team elimination from the soonest that he definitely distinguished someone is lurking behind of him. He definitely pointed his head all the way behind and one player from slot 16 has been knocked down. Other player all the way from slot 19 hiding behind of that triangle boulder though. Man, he's no maybe attempted to get explosion of a vehicle, so that's why he's opening fire, emptying his mag, so that will be the cause of those other players been hiding behind of a vehicle elimination. Slot 19 still survives. That's those men from slot 18 and giving those men from slot 18 the hard time moving forward na dito regardless by those other players from slot 18 opening fire na rin dito sa location nila dito. But again, one play though from slot 18 is being knocked down because of the push 10 na ginawa nila dito. Trying to have those men executed before those men from slot 16 open fire to them. Enemy of my enemy is my friend kanina. Tunnel vision is occurring dito sa side ng mga slot 16 natin versus our slot 19. And right after slot 18 mo definitely distinguish natin kung nasaan yung way above sa mga slot 19 natin. They're definitely planning na rin to finish those men up before turning their full attention dito sa side ng mga slot 16. Higher ground yung mga slot 16 natin dito. Natin gonna be craving dun sa location nila dito sa slot 19 sa slot 9 versus slot 8. One player has been nagged out in the process. Maybe I'm figuring out kung masan pa rin yung whereabouts sa mga play natin dito. Pero Rekamar, having his dance number towards one player all the way from slot 8. He's gonna be the one guy all the way from slot 8. Some sort of a bait. Whoever's gonna be helping that one guy recovered, the one guy all the way from slot 9 will be eliminated. That indeed last pick still having his stance though to have this one player from take a grenade throw. One play there from slot 8 most definitely got badly wounded because of the grenade niya. Those men, being being bombed and being molly that in one play natin this last pick couldn't be able to take this one guy friend all the way from slot 9 away. Instead of having a small player recover, going to around the room, having those men from slot 8 rock down one by one, and those men from slot 8 being stopped by last pick natin, leaving Rekamar naghihingalo na rin pero he did definitely making on time. Natin gonna be craving one play natin this last pick couldn't be able to take this one guy friend all the way from slot 9 away. Instead of having small player recover, going to around the room, having those men from slot 8 rock down one by one, and those men from slot 8 being stopped by last pick natin, leaving Rekamar naghihingalo na rin pero he did definitely making on time, having this one player recovered. Last man, Boss Dan na lang tinatitarang gumagala pero as of now, Boss Dan cannot do anything as of now because it's totally AFK. Sa 24, one player has been nagged down, a 2-on-2 situation. Again, maybe even yung mga players natin sa match talaga mga AKUZA and /7deadlysins because as you can see 2-on-2 situation, a change of casualty was definitely begun to happen and Captain those men from slot 7 to pop here on the corner where he's still waiting for those other players with slot 7 is gonna be having his dance slot 7 natin dito dance number 1-on-1 situation. Possible knock down, but again he definitely won't play natin this last pick couldn't be able to take this one guy friend all the way from slot 9 away. Instead of the circle we have a slot 19 4-man squad and displaying 4 kills. Azhar, we have a slot 21 ANBUs, Sanji, Barney, and also we have Zoro. Alright man, I don't know, sobrang clear nung area ng mga ANBU natin dito sa top 21. So let's see somehow they can figure out na rin kung nasa way about sa mga other opponent nila. Again, one player from slot 8 is nowhere to be found. He's definitely AFK. Guns are blazing. Slot 11 being open fire natin dito sa side ng mga slot 12 natin. Those men being slot 11 most definitely nun na rin or distinguish or have this tied on towards those slot 12. Slot 12 and no big run ng mga slot 11 natin. Taking those men from a slot 12 by surprise and one by one our slot 12 being eradicated, being knocked down ba here on the gas station na commission ng mga play natin in the film using those vehicles to catapult and slingshot themselves outside of the blues and inside of the circle. Aside lang dito kay Haji all the way from 25 still not done picking those favorite weapons of his kung nasa na rin yung weba kaya pero 3-man squad is playing 1 kill. Alright, crossroad on the way, probably slot 25 versus slot 22s. Any moment too soon, 2-on-2 situation will be going down. Kung nasa ngayon, yung mga slot 22 natin. Haji, and also we have Snowy. So natin dito, close by lang din kung nasa ngayon, yung mga slot 22 natin. Sa mga slot 22, we'll be spotting one player all the way slot 25. Truly, our boys will be opening fire crazy. Slot 11, one player from slot AKUZA has been knocked down, or maybe vice versa. One player has been knocked down, 2 men all the way from slot 11 has been knocked down. Another one, Torta last time, squad couldn't be able to take their foot. All the way from slot 5 from the moment. Slot na commission ng mga play natin still all alone inside of the blue zone, holding that one play inside of the blue zone with them. Smoke and blooming na rin doon sa part kung sa sila ako na knocked down dito sa side ng mga slot 25 natin. Are they gonna be having a confrontation dito sa side ng mga slot 22 natin dito, or they're gonna be bailing out from this location and aiming to get outside of the blue zone and inside of the circle before pa rin magkamera ng knockdown yung blue zone sa kanila. Pero another one sa side ng mga slot 25 natin has been knocked down. They're preparing, Ganun rin ka-ready yung mga status natin dito. Any kind of scene from the push na ginawa ng mga play natin dito all the way from PMX or PHX, PNH natin dito. Higam sa flag natin sa pinili kung saan naka-stay put and naka-planted well na rin yung mga status natin. Now, they're gonna be having a decent 2-on-2 situation pero not so decent because of the blue zone. On inside of this warehouse pero one player had just been knocked down for the second time in a row. Last man soul na natin gumagalaw. No one is backing down and one player started to do that attending inside of this warehouse pero one player had just been knocked down for the second time in a row. Last man soul na natin gumagalaw. No one is backing down and one player started to do that attending rin the ring around the rosy where this one guy from outside in the 5 being open fight at by that spot again at stopping emptying another mag just a third those knocked down into a kill dito sa side ng mga start 25 natin pero in a moment too soon our boys all the way start 22 sa start 25 will be having a lot of problems because of the blue zone. Dito muna tayo sa mga play natin again from start 9 versus last 6. Shots fired again inside of the blue zone. Those men keep on having those knockdown and probably start 22 who will winning those 2-on-3 situation. Slot 9 on dot here and 1 2 knockdown that front widely kung nasa na naging way about sa mga play natin all the way from slot 6. If somehow it's gonna be having the one grenade, it will be knocked down rin dito. So might as well turning up here in the open. So but irresistible maybe for him not to be able to be that's open fire towards those open area kung nasa yung aware about sa mga other players natin dito. Last man starting from slot 6. He got himself knocked down by one player from slot 21 natin. Slot 21 and storming the location kung nasaan naka-guard and naka-secure na rin yung mga slot 90s natin. Right now, the movement of the blue zone beginning to occur. Dre all the way from slot 6, slot 7 though. Moving forward na kung nasan yung whereabouts ng mga slot 21 natin. Again, one player from slot 21 has been knocked down. Not until he got himself recovered earlier, but another one. But that's the able to help the one guy though because of the blue zone. One player from slot 7. A possible ambush from those other players gonna be racing their way to get outside of the blue zone. Vegas should 2 birds in 1 stone probably better. He got himself gone down by the one turning up here in the open. So but irresistible maybe for him not to be able to be that's open fire towards those open area kung nasa yung whereabouts ng mga other players natin dito. Last man starting from slot 6. He got himself knocked down by one player from slot 21 natin. Slot 21 and storming the location kung nasaan naka-guard and naka-secure. Slot 5 natin has been having a ring around the rosy and checking those back end, those premises kung nasa rin yung whereabouts sila, making sure the coast is clear. Now until slot 14 most definitely land here on the spot where they're now at. 2-on-4 situation, high ground, everyone is aiming to get themselves back. Building kung nasa yung whereabouts of what's playing natin all the way from slot 14. 2 players gameplay all the way from slot DA and onto the second floor. He got himself to choose whether he's going to be fighting the one player all the way from slot DA or he's going to be fighting another building where he's going to be slumbering himself for a bit. Pero slot 19 was definitely dead on towards those spot that must stop for this natin. Seeing that one guy inside of a building for a possible knockdown that he can take. There you go. There goes your knockdown. Ground 0 to be exact. There goes your hit mark again. This is the side that must start for this natin. Waiting for those to turn up kung nasa yung whereabouts nila. Pero slot 5, man, they are definitely having his tunnel vision towards those men all the way from slot 19. Forgetting our boys all the way from slot 14. And after knowing na rin kung nasaan yung naka-post taking and naka-shield and naka-overwhelmed yung mga slot 5 natin, those snade flying all the way to the preacher ng mga slot 5 natin. Our men all the way from slot 5 being damaged because of the nade throwing na ginagawa ng mga slot 4 natin, and one of them has been knocked down and eliminated from the game. Smokes are now popping, smoking, just to hide themselves out from those eyesight sa mga slot natin that hindi. Oranges will be having those heads pa rin ng mga slot 40s natin. Maybe plan out ng mga slot 40s natin dito sa having battle versus slot 5 and turn your eyesight on dito naman sa side ng mga slot 90s natin. Here we go. Working in stop down to not to way about mga stop 14 and stop 5 natin dito. Stop 5 not gonna be giving any chance towards the last man all the way flying all the way to the preacher ng mga stop 5 natin. Our men all the way to stop 5 being damaged because of the nade throwing na ginagawa ng mga stop 4 natin, and one of them has been knocked down and eliminated from the game. Smokes are now popping, smoking, just to hide themselves out from those eyesight ng mga slot ng natin dahil hindi, Oranges will be having those heads pa rin ng mga slot for this natin. Maybe plan out the mga stop for this natin dito sa Happy Bell versus slot 5 and turn your eyesight on dito naman sa side ng mga slot ng this natin. Here we go. Working in stop down. So now we have us mga stop 14 and stop 5 natin dito. Stop 5. Not gonna be giving any chance towards the last man all the way from slot 19. Another one bites the dust. Here we go. Moving for 3-man squad, 2-man squad to be exact. All the way from slot 5 has been nagged down. Gonna be going down. Couldn't be able to have this one play because of those men from the slot 14. One v one situation. Couldn't be able to dodge. Will be fight from the second floor where he's definitely pushing himself for some sort of nag down. Dito sa side ng mga slot 8 is natin, pero he's the one who got nagged down in the process of posting there alone. Slot 5 rooftop scene. Plenty of maybe update is about to get towards those other players from slot 25 who's been having himself hinder ground zero kung nasaan yung mga slot 8s natin. Valuable and Whipsy, Bibico, and Lemon, I don't know, protecting one another pero nearby lang yung mga play natin all those slot 18 to one another for them to be able to be responding. It's about those other players gonna be knocking one of them down. Slot 25 still searching for those good angle for them to be able to take those men down one by one for a shot fight again. Dito mo natin sa mga play natin again. Slot 25 natin na kasi one play them strategies be knocked out to go. Lemon responding second floor to be exact, waiting for the other players ground zero to be exact. I'm sorry, waiting for those players from slot 25 to turn up. Kung nasa yung whereabouts niya, pick up boom back and you are now being covered by Lemon, but again he's the one from the another one bites the dust to the situation. It just casualty most definitely begins to happen pa rin. Pero Russell, last man starting from his squad, rooftop scene earlier, he got himself tagged pero not total knocked down. Pero as of now, he got those men all the way from top 14 up and recovered them. Now, it's time for another 3-on-3 situation, another chance for him to be able to get this right. Alright, dito muna natin sa mga play natin again from slot 25, PxH AKUZA. One play of slot 5 is being nagged down. You know what time it is, everyone? It's time for the push. Everyone's waiting for those now, nasa way up slot. Slot 25, no tagging this. One player, last man starting from his squad. We have Rajo, all of them has been knocked down. Pero we have this one guy who will be recovering himself at any moment to shoot somehow. Those slot 25 will be taking some time to pull up kung nasaan yung whereabouts niya. Pero still, is crying out loud for some sort of recovery mission. After this, another one bites the dust. To the situation, isa dito sa pulling up 1v1 situation. 12 flushed out into the side of style 11 at but right now and being checked by those boys all the way from slot 12 natin dito pa rin yan and couldn't be able to seem to find those whereabouts from style 11 natin. Sobrang tucked in away ng mga play natin all the way from style 11 right now. Style 11 and they're planning to have an ambush shot from the back side. Now style 11 and style 12 will be out focused versus something that one player style 11 knocked out. All the way with style 12. Are we going to be experiencing another table turn for style 12 and style 11? No. Still style 11 to cover up yung ambush na ginawa ng mga style 11 natin here in the placement. Kung saan nag-pull up yung mga players natin dito. Almost got those men out from the game right then. Pero still, naka-recover pa rin yung mga style 12 natin kung nasa yung whereabouts yung mga style 11 natin. See that? 3 corners being planted by those men from our style 11. Got those style 12 kung isa dito sa pulling out 1v1 situation. 3-1 Start 12 for charge flushed out into the side of style 11 natin but right now and being checked by those boys all the way from start 12 natin dito pa rin yan and couldn't be able to seem to find those whereabouts from style 11 natin. Sobrang tucked in away ng mga play natin all the way from style 11 right now. Style 11 and they're planning to have an ambush shot from the back side. Now style 11 and style 12 will be out focused versus something that one player style 11 knocked out. So then all the way with style 12. Are we going to be experiencing another table turn for style 12 and style 11? No. Still style 11 to cover up yung ambush na ginawa ng mga style 11 natin here in the basement. Kung saan nag-pull up yung mga players natin dito. Almost got those men out from the game right then. Pero still, naka-recover pa rin yung mga style 12 natin kung nasa yung whereabouts yung mga style 11 natin. See that? 3 corners being planted by those men. So be very, very careful. Pero smoke and popping here. Shots fired. One player almost got knocked down. Other player from our start and here now being tagged. Now they are being revealed out from those spots. One play of being open fight out, not stopping empty. Elimination of the RJ dito sa item of slot 90s natin. Shots fired again, that leaves 2-man squad na lang yung mga slot 90s natin. Sobrang far away to one another ng mga stat 12 natin dito. And yes, game plan of those stat 12 breaking up for one player, last man. They push one player of stat 12 is denied in the process of taking their shot for the last time dito sa side of stat 90s natin. They already know they're gonna be getting those snag down when they snag themselves back. One player of corner, right side, so he guy now choice. Shot into the left side corner. Shots fired again, coming the one player who got damaged before.
Squatter House Gaming. Heto na sa laban, di ka uurungan ng mga malupit sa minay sumabay. Sabay ka sa beat at lahat magingay. Malabuhawi pag bumakbak, sa pandinig lahat isaksak. Pag di ka tumago ako'y asintado, ito'y aprobado, ika'y sagalpak. May lalim at lawak, galawang mahusay. May tutok lumapat, galawang matibay. Lihiti munggang, kami ang patunay. May tutok sa clash, kaya kung tumibay sambala ka lang. Yan na sigurado, galawan na smooth. Medyo agresibo, maingat na kilos na parang plinano. Sadyang palaban, yan ang Pilipino. Solido bumanat, tapat ka sa sentro. Sabay na sa game, basag ka sa flame. Kapag bumalasa, pasok to sa lasa. Lihiti mong barawasak ka sa main.
Subukan mang umiwas ay di ka makakataka. Sigurado ko sa pulat, lahat ay malalakas. At wala matitira kung di kami lang malakas. Huwag ka boy umasa na kami ay mapitas. Gamay ko na ito kaya malabo mga paa. Babatukan lang kita hanggang ikaw ay madapa. Dudurugin lang kita, sabay tipi sa muka. Ewan ko na lang kung tatalog ka sa tuwa. Asa ka sa tiyamba na kami inyo madali. Tirang talikuran ay alis ito palagi. Ibahin mo kami pare pag kami ang umatake. Di basta-basta padali kaya huwag ka makapante. Baka di mo kilala isa ito sa malakas. Motivational speaker panapat ko sa alas. Kilalang taga-utas na mga nagmatigas. Walang kinakatakutan labanan hanggang wakas. Legit na veterano sa paggamit ng baril. Di nagbimintis, asintado kumitel. Kabilang to sa pinakamahusay na dapat mo igalang dahil di mo kalibel. Kung di ka kalibel, panoorin mo na lang. Mga shoutcaster, tanggapin mo na lamang. Mga sharpshooter, kami lang ang sakalam. Lagi last hater, kaya iyak talunan. Mga tira nyo kasi hindi inaasinta. Tapos yung isang kasama mo nag-aasim pa. Kaya payo ko sa'yo, sige mag-practice pa. Nakatutok na kami, kayo ay puro plan pa. Ganito kami katibi para di margibyado. Kabisado ang galaw bago sumabak sa duelo. Dito matira matibay at kami na ang panalo. Walang pwede makapigil at kami ang hari dito.